Today we're talking about foam. It is used in everything from cars to insulation. And when it's in short supply, the effects ripple through supply chains everywhere. Following severe winter weather in February, many chemical production facilities shut down, causing delays in auto manufacturing, furniture production, and home building. So joining me now is one of the largest chemical manufacturers of insulation foam, Huntsman Corp president and CEO Peter Huntsman. Peter, thank you so much for being here. I mean, the jokes sort of almost write themselves here, right? Everybody spends a year and a half working from home, sitting on the couch. They're going to wear out the foam. They're going to need some more insulation. But tell us what's really going on in the supply chain of yours.
Well, I believe that first of all, thank you very much for having me on. The supply chain, I believe, before the pandemic was quite tight, and it's very well balanced. So anything from the closure of the LA port to a tight supply of raw materials to a facility that is producing your major raw materials being slowed down because it can't get enough workers. Any one of these things, we have a supply chain that's running at 98% efficiency or effectiveness. Any one of these things is going to cause literally a constraint on global trade. And that's largely what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, but not much.
Is that something that you guys are seeing and the rest of sort of corporate America in general is seeing? I mean, everybody went to this just-in-time streamlined model where you don't keep anything in stock for any length of time because you want to have the point of sale be as quick as possible. Did we learn in the production during the course of the pandemic that we moved too far in that direction? And do you think we're going to see maybe some kind of permanent change in terms of just-in-time as we come out the back end of this?
Perhaps we will, but these are going to be multi-year fixes. You don't fix the congestion that's taking place in the Port of Los Angeles overnight. You don't all of a sudden build a new fleet of containers and carriers. You don't relocate manufacturing. The facilities like ours, it'll take 5 to 7 years to build. We're already running at capacity before COVID. And now you look at things like the Green New Deal and this infrastructure spending, where there's going to be an enormous amount of new demand, new opportunities and so forth that will be coming in that I think will also serve as both, well, maybe it'll serve as something that will cause some congestion, but at the same time, tremendous opportunity as well.
How much of the problem is on the demand side? You talk about infrastructure and the spending there offsetting the demand a little bit or increasing the demand a little bit, but aren't we going to see a demand slowdown again on the backside of the pandemic as some of these situations resolve themselves and the burst of spending on consumer products and things that we saw begins to fade away?
I think in certain areas like home furniture, which isn't a particularly big market for us. Other areas like automotive. So you think of all the electric vehicles. We do all the seatings for Tesla that's coming out of China and a lot of European and automotive manufacturers here in North America. But our biggest single area for growth for us is the spray foam. So as people take that cheap pink stuff out of their attics and they replace it with a polyurethane spray foam, it's going to have much better characteristics. And energy-saving characteristics and so forth. We're seeing 10 to 15% growth in this area of spray foam, which is largely the same chemistry that's going into home furniture.
Peter, we're going to have to end it there. Thanks so much to you, and best of luck managing all this. Thanks to Peter Huntsman there.